Welcome all 2-4s. This is a 2-4 next to me right now.
Practice.
Yeah, so this one's about her, or anyone with a 2-4 placement. So, what is the 2-4? It is the 2 line, which is often referred to as the Hermit, and the 4 line, often referred to as the Opportunist. I feel like there's a lot of misunderstandings that come with having a 2-4. A lot of the information out there is it's accurate, but I think it's explained uh, in a more detrimental way than it should. 2-4s have an amazing natural gift. They have amazing natural abilities, and they're here to share them. They're here to be seen. They're here to be known for these gifts. They're here to be known for these natural talents and a natural uh, charisma and expression that kind of shines through them. The challenging part and the part that often gets highlighted is the hermit side. So the 2 line being called the hermit, let's kind of break this down. The 2 is known for being either open or closed. Now, when it's closed, it is very closed. So this is where it gets the name the hermit, because they like to retreat, they like to take all their energy back, they like to shut off from the world, and it's not a rejection or a push away for their friends or family or connections or life situations, but they need that time to rest, to reflect, to harness and perfect their gifts, their talents, to have the epiphanies they need to process, to do everything that um, is needed for the 2. But what isn't often highlighted is when they're open. So the 2 is either closed in the hermit space or they are open. Now, when they are open, they are meant to be on stage. They are meant to be in the limelight. They're meant to be sharing and guiding others, or just in their full expression of their natural gifts. So, and that comes with the 4 being the opportunist. And 4 is associated with community, opportunities, connection. So they seek and they desire community connection. They're here to be an influence. They're here to share their gifts and influence the collective, influence their people. Um, the tricky thing is balancing that 2-4, and more so balancing the open close. They become too closed, they will get to a point where, or they will get to this point either way. They'll get to a point where they're done with people, they're done with situations. I just need my time. I need to just go away. I need to hibernate. I just need to kind of bring all my energy back, process, be alone, stop being influenced. The 4 in the body can easily be influenced by their external world. So, as much as you're here to influence and share and provide and receive opportunities within your community, you're also influenced. And the 2, all it's trying to do is retreat and re establish itself and its connection to the divine, to the natural abilities and wisdom. So the 2 line, natural gifts, natural connection to the other world. So what you'll find is that's what they're doing when they're retreating. Now, when they're open, they go from completely wanting to be away from people and not wanting anything to do with anyone or anything, to completely being like, oh my god, I need to see all these people, I need to connect, I need to influence, I'm here to share this. And the challenging part I see with 2-4s is that um, the not even the awareness, but um, the conditioning of the opening and closing. If you aren't conditioned in an authentic, healthy way, this open close and being okay with setting boundaries when you are closed and staying there, or maybe you've got the opposite problem and you're not completely leaning into the open and being seen and being known for being seen, while then allowing yourself to retreat and not being like, I have to show up consistently, I have to be like seen and heard at all times to make an impact. No. Retreat, go into your little hermit cave, go receive the insights, work on your gifts, work on your projects, work on everything that you need to. Just exist, just rest, and then when the time is right, open up and be okay with that. And I think that is a very key point to balancing and harmonizing this balance is not necessarily you working it out, what's best. It is listening to yourself and working with your own energy, your own intuition, and then communicating that to those around you. So this appears also in relationships for 2 4s. What you'll find is they're either completely open and completely like infatuated and pursuing you and receiving you and being with you, and then you'll get the hermit, and then it'll be like closed off. They'll be in their own space. It doesn't have to be as drastic depending on the relationship, but there will be an element of this open closed energy. And so again, just communicating, just making sure that the ones around you are aware, and then that you follow these instinctual cues. Otherwise, you're going to be in a constant state of, I don't have any friends around me. And then you'll switch and you'll be like, I got too many people around me. I got too many people to keep in contact with. I just want everyone to go away, leave me alone. And this isn't a bad thing. This isn't a wrong thing to feel. This is just a heightened experience of maybe not hearing the subtle cues earlier enough to action them before you're now feeling like an overwhelm of either I need to be out there more, I need more connection, or I need my space and I desperately need my time, my own time by myself. You're going to constantly feel that kind of pressurized duality. It's a beautiful, beautiful placement. The profile is here to share such a unique gift, and they have such a unique and natural ability in whatever they're pursuing. Uh, that is the other thing I'll touch on. Is the 2 4 can be hesitant to take the limelight. They can be hesitant to share the gifts. They may be going in circles, maybe confused. What am I here to offer? What am I here to share? What is it that I'm good at? And what you'll find is they don't like being told what they're good at, but that is what they should listen to. So the 2 4s really need to take in what people in their community are saying, this feedback, not to take it to heart and be controlled by this feedback. But if people are continuously saying like, "Oh my god, you are good at this, you're good at that," listen, take that in, accept that you have a natural ability in that, right? Accept your natural ability and action that and share that with your community. So 2 4s in group settings, although they've got the 4 line and they're here to connect and share, with being paired with the 2, you'll often find 2 4s may approach group settings or social encounters more cautiously or be a bit slower to open up and share. But what you'll find is they may not have a quantity of things to share and speak on, but what they do speak on is deep, it's insightful, it may shift people's perspectives. So listen to 2 4s, there's something to gain there. And if you're a 2 4 and you're like, I've got this 4 opportunist and I'm meant to like share with my community and group, but I often feel kind of maybe a bit of an outsider, or my hermit space leaves me feeling unsure to re-enter a group space or re-enter a social engagement when others have continuously been collaborating. Be okay with this. This is your superpower. Allow yourself to ease back into the environment. So on the flip side of that as well, you don't want to feel pressured by anyone around you to open up. If you do, what you'll find, if you're a 2 4 or if you're around 2 4, if there's any external pressure to express or open up when they're not ready or when they're not doing it, um, give them space. Otherwise, they will start to close down even more. And so it's a good reminder for the 2 4s to set some boundaries, know who's around you and who's going to support this expression, who's not going to trying to stop your expression, but also who's not going to try and force the expression out. You need to really form a healthy relationship with um, your alone time, your processing, and your expressing. And for the two fours, no matter what you're into, no matter what your natural gifts are and whatever you're interested in pursuing, what you'll find is your energy is very, it can be childlike in nature. Not in the sense of uh, youthful and scattered necessarily, but in the sense of a childlike wonder with what you're engaged in. So when you're interested and engaged with something, you'll be almost completely drawn in and engulfed with what you're experiencing, what you're playing with, essentially. And then what you may find is when a 2-4 is done with something, they'll just drop it. They'll just, like the close and open, how drastic that is, they'll just drop it and go on to something else. They'll just start playing with something else or thinking about something else or moving in another direction. And so it's also important for the 2-4s to not necessarily complete projects, but circle back. Allow your energy to move through like this and pick up, drop. Allow yourself to play and be in this like more uh, youthful, excited energy, this joyous kind of like exploration and indulgence in what you're taking part in. But then maybe give yourself a mental reminder to be like, okay, but I do want to complete that. I do want to harness that gift or share that or complete that project. So give yourself a reminder to circle back. Don't pressurize yourself to complete it in that moment, but circle back. That's another key point for the 2-4s. I'll leave the video there. I hope this was helpful, and yeah, all the best to the 2-4s. Much love. All the best.